The Chapter Zero Ukraine and Caucasus initiative is about the initiative of World Bank on the effective climate governance based on CGI principles. This initiative is called to spread the awareness of climate risks and sustainability between board members of the Supervisory Board and in the execution teams. Based on the report on designing sustainability in the governance boards, 85% of board members say that it is important to pay attention within the boardroom to the climate and governance risks. 75% say that they lack the basic knowledge and basic materials, what to do and where to start from. Based on this fact, the climate governance initiative should be popularized within the legal entities of Ukraine and in Caucasus. And for this reason, the Chapter Zero Ukraine and Caucasus has been established. Maybe one more important issue to mention, the board members are expected to identify, to mitigate, and to settle risks in the companies. Among all these risks, there are climate risks and environmental risks. So I guess now it's the right timing for the members of the Supervisory Board and the members of the execution teams to start paying attention to the risks and to become climate aware. Ukrgasbank is one of the largest state-owned banks in Ukraine in terms of assets. It is a financial institution that provides unique financial services to both legal and private individuals. The bank actively supports the business in Ukraine and is considered to be the largest eco-bank in Ukraine. The bank has its policy on social and environmental responsibility, and based on these principles and based on the policy, the bank is providing the loans to the customers, the biggest legal entities of Ukraine. Whenever considering any project in Ukraine, the bank looks at the location of the project, at the history of the company, the potential influence on the ecology of the country. The bank checks whether the company has internal ESG principles and whether it upkeeps to the ESG principles, and then decides whether to provide the loan to the customer. Whenever there is an issue, the bank consults the customer and takes time that the customer repairs on their side and then proceeds with the loan provision. The role of the non-executive directors is to oversee, to mitigate, to manage the climate risks in the company. If you leave it solely to the CEO and the team of the CEO, then you will have a bit of an issue in this case. Why? Because usually CEOs and the management are appointed from 3 to 5 years' time, whereas climate risks and climate initiatives are long-term issues to handle. So I would say both non-executive directors and the management of the company should start tackling this question outright. Second issue I would like to pay your attention to is that we have here two issues, two problems. A problem of skills shortages, and second one, the problem of speed and complexity. Skills shortages, why is it important? We have a lot of experts in the companies that have good climate expertise, but they lack strategic oversight. On the other side, we have non-executive directors who have strategic oversight skills, but they lack expertise. So here, both non-executive directors and management of the company should be trained simultaneously. Second, speed and complexity. If we are talking about climate risk initiatives, they should be tackled outright, quickly, on the one side. On the other side, these are very difficult questions. that require logic and systematic approach. The challenge for us non-executive directors is how to manage speed and complexity simultaneously.